40% of all women will be diagnosed with cancer during their lifetime. Of those women, 80% will experience a financial impact, but there are solutions to help get you through the economic hardships of a critical illness. And here to talk about your options from Desjardins Insurance is Regional Vice President Nancy Schaefer. How are you, Nancy?
Very well, thank you.
So glad you're here. So Nancy, why is it important for women to start thinking about protecting themselves financially?
It's like you said, Vivian, 40% of women will be diagnosed with cancer, but that's not the only serious illness that they face. And today, with the medical advancements, we're actually more apt to survive a serious illness than ever before. And that's great news for all of us. Unfortunately, the financial impact of the disease can be equally as devastating as the physical and emotional damage.
You're absolutely right. And no matter how healthy we are, there's always that possibility that we might get sick. So how do we prepare for something that might happen?
Well, we would recommend that you have a combination of insurance, some life insurance, some disability, and some critical illness insurance. Most of us have a group plan of sorts, a lot of times through our employer, and it'll have life and it'll have disability, but it doesn't always have the critical illness insurance. That tends to be the missing piece.
So how does critical illness insurance work?
Well, you choose how much coverage you want. So you could have as little as $25,000 in coverage, you could have $2 million in coverage. And what's really nice about it is after the diagnosis of a major critical illness that is covered by the plan, once you have passed a 30-day period, we will issue a tax-free lump sum payment. We also have some plans that have a return of premium option, which is really quite attractive to people. So you could pay into it for 10, 20 years, perhaps towards your lifetime, and choose to cancel it at some point, and we will return all of premiums to you.
I have a friend who was diagnosed with cancer, and with her there were so many expenses for things that you wouldn't even think of, like wigs, for example. So would this insurance even cover expenses like that?
Yes, you don't have to provide receipts. You choose what you want to spend the money on. In fact, I know of a situation with a financial service professional, and she was injured while she was away on vacation rock climbing, ended up in an emergency room. And her injuries really weren't that bad. But unfortunately, while she was in the emergency room, they diagnosed that she had a brain tumor, and it was cancer. She had a critical illness plan. I believe she paid around $38 a month for that coverage. And once she was diagnosed, it paid $100,000, again, tax-free lump sum payment to her. It was her lifeline. It made the difference for her to be able to provide meals for her children, pre-made meals, child care, and she was even able to take the family away for a stress-free vacation because, as you know, an illness like that doesn't just affect the person that's diagnosed, it affects the entire family.
You're right, and I'm so glad her story ended out so well. So besides cancer, what other critical illnesses does Desjardins Insurance cover?
We have plans that would cover as few as 10 illnesses, and we have some that will cover up to 25. It really is flexible.
Okay, so you've laid it out so nicely, but if we wanted to find out more information, where would we go?
You know, there's a lot of information on the web, like with most things, but I would encourage anyone wanting more information to actually see a Desjardins financial service professional or a life insurance agent. They should really analyze their entire financial situation and protect their financial health.
Oh, Nancy, thanks so much for explaining this all to us.
You're welcome.
And of course, we all hope we never need to use critical illness insurance, but there's always peace of mind if we have it in place just in case. To find out more about critical illness insurance, go to betterlivingtv.ca/Desjardins.